All right, comic fans, got another comic filled box fresh off the mail truck. Some late Black Friday unboxing. Wanted to check out a new retailer that was having a sale on their back issue, so hit them up and found them on Facebook and came away with a nice stack of books. So let's crack it open. Okay, people. So here we are. As I said, found this retailer on Facebook, and this box did take a little bit of damage. Hopefully, the books were packaged safely, so we'll see. But this is Imperial Comics. Yes, Imperial Comics. I believe they're based out of Texas. Came across them on Facebook, and comics is one of the main reasons I use Facebook, because I'm always checking out retailers and seeing their online presence. And so, as such, I will catch advertisements and sponsored posts, whatever, not necessarily sponsored, but just featured posts, whatever, from different comic shops and dealers, retailers, all that. So, oh my gosh. So here's their flyer, full name. We'll show all that. But just to give you an idea, Imperial Comics. So, yeah, want to check them out. There was a couple retailers I saw. I was like, all right, let's see what they got and check out their back issues. They had, I forgot what the discount was, but so here's everything's packaged inside the box. Looks like everything was protected from that little dent in there. So, all right, got points for that. It's always good to protect the kind of edges and corners of within the box as well, because you never know what kind of damage you're going to get in transit. So that's why I appreciate the way my comic shop packages and ships their orders. So I appreciate that. And one thing I always like to, that's why I always like to show this, especially for eBay orders or just checking out new shops that I do online orders for. Just say, like, hey, this is how they package. They take care of books. So appreciate that. And, oh my goodness, I ordered a fat stack of books from me too. I might end up doing just the other camera shot of this just to show you. So got painter's tape, 2 cardboard kind of slips, and they're all packaged within these bigger bags there. So yeah, let's cut this open and then dive into the books. All right, so we got everything unboxed, and I am gonna have to double check my order. Haven't done that yet. So after I edit this, we'll see, because one of these is a newsstand issue and it should definitely have been a direct edition. So we'll see, just make sure it wasn't a mistake on my end when I placed the order. But yes, also the caveat, if you don't like Iron Man, you're not going to like this haul, because most of these books, except for the 2 books, the bookend books, the first book and the last book that I'm going to show, are all Iron Man. So, and the last book is very special. It's not Iron Man. So, yes, but very special to me. So, yeah, so let's dive right in. First up, we have Wolverine number 20. Yeah, my man, Tiger Shark. I was actually supposed to get this one in an eBay order, but I'd ordered it and then I got a refund for it because it just ended up being out of stock for whatever reason. So I was like, well, damn, I was looking for that one because I like Tiger Shark. So, and then this seller had it, so I grabbed it. So yes, the special on these was, I remember there was unpacking it. Everything was, I think, 50% off. So yeah, I would just went ham on Iron Man books and those other 2 books. But the one issue, Iron Man 163, this should have been a direct edition. Don't know why it's newsstand. Unless I made the mistake. Pretty sure I did not. So we'll see about that. Like I said, I had to check the order. Help Us in the Zodiac Field, With Death Only Inches Away, Iron Man 185. Tons of books. This is like a 40-something issue haul. But that 50% off discount was wild. Plus, most of these books weren't that expensive anyway. Wind Strikes Diablo, Iron Man, where we at? Oh, 159. Yeah. So making some serious progress on my Iron Man run here. I don't suppose you care to discuss this? No. Iron Man 150. Is that 58? Yeah. So gonna have a lot of bagging and boarding to rebagging and boarding to do after this. 268, and start getting into like the later Iron Man run. Not really sure how much of this I want to get, but for sure 1 through 200, just because you got John Romita Jr. on there, Bob Layton, David McElhinney. Oh my goodness, I think Gene Colan did some Iron Man as well, and so many other characters that popped up in there. Submariner, Sunfire, Talked about Firebrand, Dreadnought, speaking of which, Iron Man 138. So this is a little bit after the Direct Edition started. Got the corner box art there. Great Hawk appearance. Shellhead and the Hawkster join forces in a showdown with the Magia. Iron Man 247. That was a gap I've had for some time. Just never came across a copy of 247. So, yeah. A Deadly Space Duel with Centurion 143. Just so many cool stuff. Early Iron Man, especially talking about after the Silver Age, especially during the Bronze Age, and kind of going in there. Not so much in the like the 90s as much that I was too curious about, but just seeing a lot of stuff. Oh, and Jack of Hearts, got 110. Man, Iron Man. But just a lot of interesting stuff there, and seeing how his armor worked in those early, like when you get into like the hundreds, but just especially that first 100+ run. This way he used to just fold up his armor was always kind of interesting. And here's Dread Knight 102. Oh yes. Let's fly through some of these. The Moon Holds Menace. Iron Man 109. Like, this is just cool stuff. Horn of the Unicorn, another character, 113, like Spy Master, Unicorn, the Melter, Whiplash, Blacklash. For some reason, did he battle Whirlwind at all? I feel like he did, but I don't know. There's also, what will we get to it? I'll talk about it. 115. What is this? Betrayal. Oh my. And then Madam Mask as well. The Armored Avenger battles alone. The anger and the anguish. Iron Man 104. Who else is on? Dave Cockrum did some work on Iron Man as well. I'm trying to think of some other creators. The Man and the Mayhem. Iron Man 111. Yeah. Dread Knight of the Dreadnought. 129. Cut was a little off on this one, but we'll have to check that out. Make sure it wasn't. It's a weird ass cut. Hopefully it wasn't trimmed or something. Wait, here's another cover I was thinking of. Blizzard, another one. Blizzard, the Melter and Whiplash. 123. Right before Demon in a Bottle story arc. So yeah. And when he dies, nobody knows. Back in the USSR. 119. All sorts of Iron Man goodness. That's right. Motown Mayhem. Iron Man 112. The rap on that one is really off. And then Midas. Hour of the Golden Doom. 107. So yeah, I was like, man, this is... Oh, Jack of Hearts again. 103. But I was like, oh, let's see what they got. And figured, you know what, let's check them out. Retailer. Just like taking on a new comic shop, see what they got, see what kind of service they offer, and that 50% off deal was absolutely great. And I hit them up with PayPal just in case there's any issues. So definitely get some buyer protection there. Is that Madam Mask again? Last Stand at Stark International, Iron Man 106, Marvel Comics Group banner up top. Jack of Hearts again, the Guardsman. The Wrath, 105. Yeah. And then later, Annual Assault on Armor City, Annual 13. I don't know what that is. In the Shadow of Doom. Oh my. And then, oh yeah, this is just a cool ass cover. Annual 12. 64 pages. Sweet. Comic book action, Subterranean Wars. And then, oh, this is a cool cover too. Annual number 5. Almost like a kind of diagnostic look there. I don't know what you would call that. An all new 39-page epic. More pages. We got Wakanda, Black Panther. Yes, sir. Iron Man 169. Oh yeah, Obadiah Stane, Justin Hammer. All those hooligans. The Return of the Hero, Iron Man 135. right after that 3-part arc with the Hulk, Ant-Man. I think another character who was involved in that little storyline. 134. That was 131, 132, and 133, I believe. The beginning of the endotherm. 136. So as I said, just when you make some progress on a series, especially one particular series, and do it cheaply, it's fantastic. At last, the return of the original Iron Man 191. So, especially that 100 through, or 101 through 200 run is shaping up quite nicely. 162. That's like the coloring on that. Especially with the trade dress with the yellow and purple there. Sharp. And this is one couldn't find for a while. A good direct edition of 175. No board. Straight bag. Oh, here it is. 226. We got the Silver Centurion armor, but more importantly, we got my man Stingray. And Stingray just has such a cool design. I always talk about that. Just over the years, just pure costume design is just a cool look. That red and white, nice and clean. The arrow on the face. It's just a sharp design. So it's just like seeing it in action over the years. So a lot of stuff on Iron Man. I'm trying to think of maybe some Avengers, and then Submariner as well. And this one I need a direct edition of because it's Omega Red. Not passing up an Omega Red appearance. Of course. I have the newsstand edition of this, and obviously I had to get direct edition. So when I saw it on their site, oh, absolutely. So from the pages of X-Men, Omega Red. Nice and sharp. 297. 90s there. In the clutches of Obadiah Stane. So here, again, another one of those hooligans. There's 167. Gripping Iron Man up. Got Air Battle. 140. Another one. No board. But all these getting replaced, of course. All these old bags. And then we got the Serpent Squad here. Oh, always love their appearances. 160. Just kind of those low-key villain groups. Always appreciate those. We just don't get enough of those as much anymore. So yeah, Serpent Squad, Serpent Society, all the different iterations. Masters of Evil is another group too. Always appreciate seeing. And their different lineups. At the Mercy of the Mandarin. 181. California, here we come. Yeah, let's go back to Cali, baby. 184. All sorts of sweet Iron Man action. And Madam Mask, Death Mask, Dreadnoughts. 139. Yes, sir. 142. Space, baby. Going to space. Got the tank. 155. Get that purple, pink, fuchsia look, whatever shade that is. The Living Laser. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. 153. So still interactions with a lot of cool villains. Not always, didn't have to be always A tier, like was A-list villains, but is cool villain, interesting storylines and backstories, power sets. And yeah. So last up, final book. Non-Iron Man, but when I saw it on their website, had to grab it because it's always special. Yes, it's another copy of Uncanny X-Men 304, my single favorite issue in all the comic books. I have so many copies of this. Anytime I find this cheap, snatching it up. Multiple copies. Yeah, just it's always just what it represents. Everything it holds just wraps up and sums up the entirety of what the X-Men mean to me and just why they've endured for so long. And there's a direct edition, of course. So yeah, I got the hologram, Magneto, Fatal Attraction is my favorite storyline, of course. So yeah, that is that. Everything I got from Imperial Comics. And like I said, I have to double check my order to make sure that one wasn't something, a mistake on my end. That newsstand copy that should have been direct edition. So we'll see. But yeah, that is that from, again, Imperial Comics based out of Texas. Came across them on Facebook. Because I'm always checking different retailers, shops, dealers, checking their online presence and Facebook. If they're active on Facebook, that's a good way to take a look at them and see what kind of, just see what they offer, back issues, new stock, whatever, sales, specials, everything. So yeah, that's it. Just again, always enjoy checking out new shops in person or online. So I've done that several times this year, online ordering. So if you have, hopefully all shops should have a good online presence. More money, get some books out your way. People, comic fans are always looking to spend money, and the more chances you offer up to do that, the better you can do as a business. Because I'm giving you money, give me books. That's the comic collector philosophy. So yes, that is that. Again, just some more Black Friday shopping, 50% off. So had to take advantage of that. And yeah, so that is that. Share your thoughts in the comments below on your Black Friday shopping experiences, checking out new shops, either online or in person. Share some of those experiences in the comments below. That is that. I'm Gino, the Geno Talks Comics. Thanks for watching, and peace out.